What's up YouTube, Koi51 here, time for another video, and I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, and it's really kind of saddening about this news in particular, and it's got to do with the Silent Hill successor. Essentially, it was the next in the Silent Hill series that was planned by an amazing director, actually two amazing directors and an amazing Hollywood actor right now, TV actor specifically, which was who were Hideo Kojima, Mr. Metal Gear himself, and Guillermo del Toro, is that his name? Mr. Toro, who did the amazing Pacific Rim. Like, guys, if you haven't seen Pacific Rim yet, what is wrong with you? And Norman Reedus, the man who pretty much is like, he's a big star in The Walking Dead at the moment. Daryl, I think, is his character. Really cool guy. I know him as the Crossbow Dude. And this news is very depressing. It confirms a lot of stuff that we just didn't, like, personally we didn't want to be confirmed, and unfortunately in the case like this, it just happened to be confirmed in the most saddening way, in which we hear from the people themselves that this game, the original vision for this game, is no longer gonna come to fruition. And this was the thing that could have brought back Silent Hill, and they even proved it to us in a playable PT, the playable teaser, which is still to this day one of the most fine examples of a horror experience. Now it's just a thing that just kind of exists now. It doesn't really link to anything. It's kind of its own sort of thing, which is a real good testament, considering that thing is just a teaser. It's just a playable demo of a concept that Kojima had, and it's really shocking. Like, my personal history with the Silent Hill series is that it is really good. I love Silent Hill 2. I loved, like, I liked Silent Hill 3. All the other ones I didn't quite resonate with, and I really wish they didn't have to turn out like this. I mean, we could see that it's like Hideo Kojima leaving Konami has pretty much had Silent Hill become the victim in this case. Like, Silent Hills has become the unfortunate victim of this this relationship between Hideo Kojima and Konami at this point. And Konami, again, they're gonna try to do what they've done before. After the falling out of Team Silent, history repeats itself. They're gonna enlist another developer to try their hand at the Silent Hill series, which hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. It hasn't even worked into a suitable average game. They've only been mediocre to terrible at this point. So where does this leave Silent Hills? It leaves it in a really bad spot, honestly. And me being like a fan of Silent Hill 2, this really saddens me, because, you know, the Silent Hill series has been treated like crap, like really bad. I mean, we got the botched Silent Hill HD collection, which I won't touch. Like, I just won't, because it's a bad versions of those two games. Blasphemous, actually. The amount of changes that they did was some of the most confusing, to the point that it destroys the original vision that the Silent almost does destroy the original vision that the Silent Hill 2 team had, Team Silent had at the time. And this is just the first line of things that's gone wrong with Konami at this point. Konami is holding on to some of the most beloved IPs, some of the most respected IPs, actually, to gaming in general. And right now, they I don't even know what's going on with them. I'm just confused at what's happening with them. It doesn't even seem like a reform. It just seems like a step down of what they could have accomplished. They had one of the best directors in video gaming today, one of the most high profile, and that's saying a lot, like high profile directors in both the West and of Japan. East and West, Hideo Kojima, now just whatever they did just, you know, caused him a major backlash. It's a mess of just what is happening. And, you know, all these reports coming out. And, like, it's just saying, like, there's updates of, like, I'll just read the update because that's all that's really important, really. Konami have sent out a new press statement confirming that Silent Hills has been cancelled. It states that Konami is committed to new Silent Hill titles. However, the embryonic Silent Hills project, developed by Guillermo del Toro and featuring the likeness of Norman Reedus, will not be continued. So this just means that they're making their own Silent Hills. It's the same situation again with Metal Gear. They're making Metal Gear blank at this point, and it's not going to have Kojima in it, so it gives us little reason to care. It's the same sort of thing with, like, a missed opportunity. Like, Konami's business practices make no sense anymore. Like, they're saying they want to restructure. I remember in an interview, they want to restructure the management so that all the games coming out now, the Konami brand is higher now. But honestly, Konami, your brand is not good anymore. You were lucky to have Kojima in your brand. Now that you don't have Kojima tied to both of your high-profile projects anymore, you're essentially digging yourself in a grave. And that's it. Like, I don't see anyone. I don't see. You had the potential. I saw Konami as having the potential with these two major projects, Metal Gear Solid 5 and, like, Metal Gear Solid 5 in particular. It's still going to be an amazing game, system seller, and I want all the credit to go to Kojima at this point. But Silent Hills could have been your reclaim to be just having that series back to being profitable, because every Silent Hill game you've put out hasn't sold well because it's the only faithful and the uninformed that are buying it, and even the uninformed won't buy it. It's just a mess. It's just a stupid mess that I cannot believe that I can't believe a company like this that owns freaking Suikoden, which I am playing Suikoden 2 right now, which is a goddamn masterpiece. I have never played a game which made me question so many things. It is literally it's the Game of Thrones of freaking video gaming. You own that IP. Castlevania, the game on the NES that paved the way for video gaming as a medium. It just boggles my mind. I don't understand. I'm really sorry that this became a rant. I really didn't want it to be a rant, but I cannot believe that Konami is just becoming this. And to really seal the deal, like, just today, Konami has been delisted, has delisted itself from the New York Stock Exchange. This isn't good. This isn't good news for a company to have that. I'll just read it out. It's pretty much just, Konami has delisted itself from the New York Stock Exchange as of April 24th. The company announced this morning, while Konami is no longer listed in New York, the company is still listed in Tokyo and London, and today said that shares can still be traded in the US over the counter. Additionally, Konami will continue to share financial data in English for investors and analysts, although they are no longer legally required to do so. Konami's delisting from the US Securities and Exchange Commission will go into effect on July 12th. This news follows the company's announcement that it has cancelled its Silent Hills survival horror project that was to be created by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with movie director Guillermo del Toro. What do I think is happening? Honestly, I think Konami's decisions have been poor. Very poor. Sometimes they're great. I rather enjoyed Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I thought that was an amazing game. It had amazing game. Number 2 wasn't that great. Honestly, it didn't seem to be it just didn't, weirdly, it looked beautiful, but it just didn't have the same sort of feeling the first one had, where it was just a sense of adventure. How they treated the Silent Hill series is, to this day, one of the most strangest thing to give to an external company. Second to Capcom giving the DMC series to a Western developer and having them reboot it, Silent Hill has probably gone through worse at this point. I don't understand. Like, at this point, I just feel like Kojima, some dark relationship between Kojima and Konami now is that Kojima is just taking all that money, or even using more money than Konami can sustain itself, and pumping it into Metal Gear Solid 5 at this point. Because after Metal Gear Solid 5, he has no connection with Konami anymore, so what's he got to lose? He's using everything within his power to make this game amazing, and Konami kind of has no say in it in a way. Maybe that's why things have gone sour. Maybe Kojima wanted more money to make this the most perfect game. This just causes me so many concerns about the future of both these series being handled by Konami, especially post-content for Metal Gear Solid 5, especially with its online launch and Metal Gear Solid Online, which is it's being I think handled by Konami Los Angeles at this point, which was originally Kojima Los Angeles. So at this point, this is the most saddest news in gaming this week. There's other sad news in the news today, this week, but in terms of video gaming, this is a big loss for us, because we could have seen what could have been a unique and amazing vision of how next generation's... I tried to put a Metal Gear Solid reference in there. Next generation special forces, next generation survival horror could have been, and it's really unfortunate. And on that note, I think I'll end the video. I hope you guys, what do you guys think in the comments below? I think this is the most kind of depressing things. Oh, by the way, if you can, probably try to download PT before it's gone. I think if by the time this goes up, it's probably the last day. At least in Australia, where I live, this is probably the last day you'll probably get it. So if you were planning on getting it, even if you go through the Sony store online, you can still get it. Sucks, man. Sucks, everyone. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe, discuss what is happening. What is this? Why is this happening to us? And it's not like I have a close attachment to Konami, but like, damn it, like, I don't want this is the one thing that everyone dreaded, and it's happened. Anyway, I am off. Catch you guys later.